Well, why don't we get into the dailies that we have? Okay, I have the daily graphic. Let me get started. Don't get distracted from your mandate. Okay, this is Akufo-Addo urging the BOG. We have 2023 WASI results, best in 4 years. Nana Poku is Offenso chief-elect. And we have 66,000 contests in local polls today. So those are some of the front headlines on the front page of the daily graphic. On the back page, we have one headline, big one here. Okay, two big ones here. It says GSA sets up first independent laboratory, and then ministry hands over flood early warning equipment. Okay, so that's it for the daily graphic.
All right, so on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have district-level elections. Go out, cast your vote. EC entreats eligible voters. And Dr. Bawumia's running mate. Consider Ghana people for VIP. Greater Accra supporters appeal to NPP. Aspiring assembly members end campaign for votes nationwide. And lastly, we have Ghana Navy intercepts 45 bags of marijuana at Agokpo.
Okay. Well, the Finder has these headlines here. It says, BOG steering a more robust financial sector. President Akufo-Addo speaking. 2023 Media Capacity Enhancement Program kicks off in Accra. Of course, we carried that yesterday right here on Citi. 190,168 WASI scripts cancelled or withheld in 4 core subjects over malpractices. A1 to C6 in 4 core subjects ranges from 62.23% to 76.76%. Now, the number of cancellations, that's a huge number.
Right. I even saw on a headline yesterday that some were cancelled because of the use of AI.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
but you see,
I'm wondering how.
Yeah, because you see, if you take your phone into the room.
So how did they even take the phone into the room? That's my problem.
Yeah, I mean, this number here includes people that carried phones into the room, you know. And so, is it by the connivance of some invigilators? Because you see, you're supposed to be checked. Everybody's supposed to be checked.
Yes.
So how do they hide?
How do they carry the phone?
Or people put them in their underwear.
Even if you put it.
No, when you check, you can't touch everywhere now.
Well, even if you put it in your underwear when you were there, how do you take it out?
How you can take it out? Crispa.
Well.
You can't remove. You can remove.
I don't like that anxiety. I don't like that. I'm one of those people that don't catch me.
All right, a couple more headlines here. EC deploys 71,775 BVDs, 116,741 personnel for assembly elections. All right, and then Obuo to contest Asante Achim South parliamentary seat. All right, so that's it for the Finder.
All right, so my last paper here being the Daily Guide. And on the front page of the Daily Guide, we have all set for district assembly elections. Obuo ready for Asante Achim seat. Interior Ministry hits road. And the big one here, angry bagman slams Nana over 3 bills. Ghanaian women less corrupt. And that's by the AG.
Yeah, so, you know, the Speaker of Parliament has been very upset in the last couple of sittings that we've seen him, you know. I saw a video of him taking on the majority leader. The majority leader
was dramatic.
Upset.
It was
like,
dramatic.
You're doing this in Ghana's parliament.
And he was reading over him.
Yeah, I know, right? And he was like,
Chapter
it's not moving at all. Just continue.
He was just reading over him. I was like, wow.
Yeah. It's not entertaining at all. No, because the parliament has rules. And parliament says, catch the eye of the speaker.
Right.
And then the speaker can give you permission to make your comments on the floor. So if you can't just get up and start addressing the speaker, you know. So I don't know if that was what was happening, but per the video, it appears that's what was happening there, you know, and so on. So anyway, I have the Chronicle here. MP Enyimadu is against LGBTQ plus bill. Alan Cash is also Fiero, says Fo Amweni. Wow, he's guns blazing. Interior Ministry, police to monitor private security coys et al. And we have 2023 Media Capacity Enhancement Program commences. And the scripture for today on the front page of the Chronicle, it says here, Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. That is detestable. Okay, that scripture there is very obvious who's addressing in that case.
Yeah, but on the international front, do you see what's going on with the Pope?
Hey, this matter, please. Yeah. What did you see? What did you hear?
Oh, well, it's like the Pope have come out to say that, you know, the priests should go ahead and bless same-sex unions.
But I do know that there was a clarification.
What's the clarification?
The clarification is that, no, the Pope said he's not against or he's in support of the blessing.
That's what I'm saying.
So no, he said, but it's not by the Catholic bishops. Do you understand?
Okay.
So it's like you and I can bless them. It's not the fathers and the bishops that should be blessing. That was some clarification that somebody sought to give.
That sounds very ambiguous. Like the Pope mainly, you know, is like the father of the Catholics.
Yeah.
So basically, you're talking to the Catholics.
So I don't understand the whole angle. But
yeah.
Anyway, we have CitiNewsroom.com. You want to get us some stories from there?
So I'll just go through some headlines on CitiNewsroom.com. You can join us if you have your phone or your tablet. We have your Ghanaians to elect assembly members. Unit committee members today. And on top trending stories, has Pope Francis allowed Catholic priests to bless same-sex marriages? We just talked about it. Ursula Owusu Ekufu seeks re-election in Ablekuma West. Nkoranza North and South districts exempted from local level polls on Tuesday. And district level election. Vulnerable persons to receive special treatment, and that's by the EC.
Okay, so you know what? I want to quickly read that story.
You should.
Yeah, because I think some people have heard, they're not sure exactly what's going on here. But here's the story. So so CitiNewsroom.com, the title says, has Pope Francis allowed Catholic priests to bless same-sex marriage? It's an article. Now, there's a post on social media with a picture of Pope Francis in which he is said to have formally given Roman Catholic priests the permission to bless same-sex marriage, same-sex couples. Now, this has caused a lot of consternation among many people, some of who have contacted me personally for my view on the matter. And the article here is, let me see who is referring to himself as me. The source is Most Reverend Joseph Osei Bonsu, the Bishop of Konongo Mampong. So he's the one who this is attributed to. Okay. Now, it goes on to say, one person said, "Your Lordship, my family is confused about the blessing of same-sex marriages by the priest in the church. While the Pope is saying that same-sex couples can be blessed, he is not saying that same-sex unions can be blessed by Catholic priests. It is a malicious representation of the contents of a new document released in Rome today." All right, now the dicastery for the doctrine of the faith in the Vatican on the 18th of December 2023 issued a declaration with the Pope's approval called Fiducia Supplicans, which means on the pastoral meaning of blessings. This dicastery is the department in the Vatican that deals with doctrinal matters. The declaration begins by saying that this declaration remains firm on the traditional doctrine of the Church about marriage, not allowing any type of liturgical rite or blessing similar to a liturgical rite that can create confusion. All right, so it goes on and it says that the declaration deals with the possibility of blessing couples in irregular situations and same-sex couples without officially validating their status or changing in any way the church's perennial teaching on marriage. So basically, what is saying that, Chris, do you understand? Chris, do you understand? Or you don't understand? You don't understand it. What's the value? What's the value of the blessing if it's not coming from the priest? That's my question. What's the value of the blessing if it's not coming from the authority in the church? What's the value? Because if Chris and I pronounce a blessing on two men who decide that they want to live their life together, the question is, what is the value in that one? Is it not the priest's blessing that we are looking for? Anyway, you know what? Sports is next. Don't go anywhere. All right, so on the sporting front, 2023 Africa Games, the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, says 6 youth resource centers are ready for commissioning, and the Koforidua Youth Resource Center will be commissioned later this month. Now, he said in his address to Parliament that Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo will be present to commission the Koforidua facility on December 28th. And there you see on your screens a beautiful facility there. The construction of the youth resource centers commenced under the watch of the former Youth and Sports Minister Isaac Esiama, and the multi-sport facilities are being constructed in regional locations, including Axim in the western region and Dukwofin in the central region. The youth resource centers form part of Ghana's infrastructure drive as Ghana prepares to host the 13th edition of the Africa Games from March 8th to March 23rd, 2024. All right, now we go to UEFA Champions League. Now the round of 16 draw. Holders Manchester City will play Copenhagen in the last 16 of the Champions League, while Arsenal face Porto. Now, Danish champions Copenhagen, who finished above Manchester United in their group, reached the knockout stage for the first time since 2011. Now, the first legs take place on the 13th and 14th, or on the 20th and 21st of February, and the second leg will be on the 5th and 6th of March, or the 12th and 13th of March. Now, the record 14-time winners Real Madrid will meet RB Leipzig, while Inter Milan, runners-up last season, will play Atletico Madrid, and Bayern Munich will face